check-in vlog here. It is almost August, which maybe I should try to do Vlogust. Maybe I should try to do that. I don't know, but at any rate, I am headed to town to have lunch with my friend Carol. But just a quick update of what we've been up to. I guess since last we talked, we did the Northwest Arkansas Pride event. We did Russellville Pride, which y'all saw, and then we did the Northwest Arkansas Pride event. Then I had my birthday, and then we went to Mystic South in Atlanta, which we've gone to several years now. I am actually taking over as vendor coordinator for that event. My friend Gypsy is no longer going to be the vendor coordinator. She's in her 70s now, and she's over it. She basically is over it. She had just stayed as the vendor coordinator because her wife, Marla, who they've both been longtime friends of mine, is the workshop and papers coordinator for Mystic South and wants to stay involved. But Gypsy is like, no, I've done my bit, I'm done. But offered me the vending coordinator position. So I was assistant vendor coordinator for this year. And now I'm vendor coordinator, which is pretty easy to be vendor coordinator for that event. It's not a huge event in terms of vending. There's about 25 vendors. We'll never get any bigger than that. It is very intensely curated. It's it's all handmade, or 90% handmade, 90% handmade. And then also there's very little turnover. So once you're in until you want out, basically. So I'm going to start doing that. Technically, I guess I'm doing that now. Then, Joel and I have been making some changes to the house because I lived alone for a very long time and never really thought about social spaces. And, my main socialization was sitting in my chair knitting and being on Zoom with people when I was doing that. So I don't really have a living room set up. So we've been rearranging the living room, doing some rearranging in the house, rearranging the crafting space. He built us an amazing set of shelves for our board game collection because we've gotten really into playing board games. So he built us a set of shelves for that. And then we're doing some rearranging of the crafting area so we can share space there more easily. So that'll be nice. Then we're also, one thing that he has done is he has come in from 20 years of experience of building homes and renovating homes. So what might take me 2 days to do, he can do in a half an hour or an hour. Like he put me in a complete kitchen or a bathroom sink in an hour. It would have taken me all day. And not that I couldn't do it, I would have figured it out eventually. But he did it. He knew exactly what he needed at the hardware store. He zip, 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 and it was done. So he's done several things like that around the house, which has been really nice, because what I had come to realize is I was just surviving in that house. I was not thriving. I was just like, I was raised in a culture of, if it breaks and we can make a workaround by sort of making it work, then I'm not going to fix it. My dad, he built the house that I live in right now, but he never fixed a thing. I mean, he would just rig it up in such a way that it would sort of work. And I guess even though I had fixed some things in the house and paid to fix some things, those of you who have been with me for a while remember the infamous bathroom remodel debacle. But anyway, not my debacle. I was deceived by someone. But at any rate, so it's been really nice to have things that work correctly, and doors that will shut correctly, and faucets that work correctly. So that's been really lovely, and it's been good. So we're currently working on reorienting the living room so that we can have social spaces. And so that's kind of just been what's going on. We have been running for our lives with shows. We did Mystic South, and then we did the Peach Festival. And you talk about two diametrically opposed groups of people. Mystic South, that's our people. Peach Festival, not so much, not our people. One thing that I was glad though, we wore a couple of our pride shirts in the booth on purpose, and people were like, thank you for wearing those shirts, thank you for doing that. And also I saw a lot of people out there with dogs with no water or anything for them, so I had gone up to the local farm store, not Tractor Supply. Boo, Tractor Supply got rid of their diversity program, but not Tractor Supply, but another farm store, and to get us some new chairs to sit in, because we were tired of the camp chairs that we had. We wanted something a little taller, and I thought, I'm just gonna buy a dog bowl. I'm just gonna get a dog bowl. So at any rate, yeah, so that's what's been going on with us, and very exciting. And yeah, I'll post some video of our shelves at the end, so maybe I'll do Vlogust, y'all. Peace out, bye. Well, good morning. I guess I'm not doing very good at Vlogust this time, but I'll put these kind of all together. I am organizing my new shelf with all of my decoupaging materials. When I work on my skulls, a lot of times what I use are scrapbooking papers or dried flowers or something along those lines. And so I bought myself a little storage solution. It's one of these, it's got the multiple little drawers in it to put my different things in, because I have a lot of stencils and I have a lot of decoupaging papers and things like that. So I am trying to get these organized so that I can find stuff find stuff a little bit easier when I'm working on a skull or another project that needs decoupage, or a stencil project or something like that. So one of the things that we've been doing is rearranging the house. So this is my living room. This is where I was storing a lot of my inventory, my camping gear, because I lived alone for a long time and I wasn't used to having to need social spaces. And one of the things Joel asked when he moved in is, could we have a space where everyone could hang out together? And I said, sure. So my crafting area was in the back of my den, and that is still going to be the storage for our extra materials. Is going to be out here. We have a work table, and then the stuff that we use a lot. So my jewelry making stuff, the Dremels, the wood burners, the decoupaging stuff, current projects that I'm working on. One of the things that's about to happen is we've got the Arkansas Renaissance Festival that's about to start it'll be starts the last weekend of August, and it runs for 6 weeks. So we've got to have 6 shows worth of material, which is fine, except I go back to work soon. And so I am like a little panicked about that, but I know we'll get it done. We've got a lot of inventory, but we sold a lot of inventory in Atlanta. So anyway, so I am currently working on that. And yeah, so I'll do a couple of the little snippets and we'll put this up and see how it goes. So I'm trying a little bit of an experiment today. It is the time of year when the poke berries are blooming. Now, poke berries are poisonous. I'm not going to eat them. I don't know that they're poisonous to all forms of animals, but I know people shouldn't eat them. They will give you, at very least, a terrible bellyache. But they turn your skin a beautiful bright purple when you pick them. You can see a little bit right there. Now, the problem with pokeberry dye is it's fugitive. It does not stay. But I have seen people dye wood. I've seen people dye yarn. I've seen people dye wood with it. So I'm mixing up a batch here. These are pokeberries from my yard because I let it grow. And it has its uses in things that I do. And these are pokeberries from my yard. And I have mixed about a 1-to-1 bath of water and vinegar. So I'm going to let these cook down for a minute. And then I'm going to try to dye a bone and some wood too. And see what happens. At the very worst, it won't work. But it might dye it. And I don't know. And we're going to try. I have seen wood dyed with it. I don't know how it holds up in sunlight. I have no idea. I know on fiber it does not do very well in sunlight. But I'm going to try it, and we'll see what happens. And I will report back with that in a day or so.